Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to be diving into fall because I am fall obsessed. It is definitely my favorite season of all time. I'm one of those people who I don't like to be too hot and I don't like to be too cold. So fall is like right in between for me. I absolutely love it. And for fall, for me, means wearing more cool tones, definitely. I feel like in the summertime and in the springtime, I'm rocking the warm tone looks. I absolutely love them. And so in the fall time, I really like to experiment with more cool tones on my eyes. And I also love oranges and cranberries in the fall time. So I do have orange and a little bit of teal underneath my lower lash line on my eyes today. And I did do a makeup tutorial on this look, wearing a different lip, which I will have that video posted for you guys later this week. But for this video, I'm going to be diving into some of my fall essential palettes that I just absolutely love, cannot live without, and I'm so excited to start wearing more of in the fall time. So if you guys want to see my recommendations for fall palettes for the eyes, then just keep watching. Okay, so the first palette that I have is an oldie but a goodie. I love this palette so much, and whenever I first purchased it, I used it all the time. So this is the Naked 3 palette from Urban Decay. It has a really gorgeous front cover on it. It's absolutely beautiful. Has that nice metallic and the letters are raised up. It's just really classy. And I love whenever you are paying around $50 for a palette. I love it whenever they do really nice packaging for you. I just feel like I'm paying $50 for a palette, so you better make it look good. So inside the palette, we have a really nice mirror right here, which I'm gonna try not to blind you guys. But then on the inside, you have a brush that comes with it. And then these are all of the different shades that we have in the palette. So as you can see, it ranges all the way from a really gorgeous snow white all the way to a dark black that has a reflex of purple and gold in it. So what I love about this palette is that you can use it for daytime use if you stay more on this side. And then if you are going out on the town after work or something, you can just throw this into your bag, go into the bathroom, and you can deepen up your eye look with the other side. So I just think it's totally amazing for fall. They have a really good range of mattes and shimmers. They have mostly shimmers, but they do have a couple of really great mattes. I love this one right here, which is in the shade Limit for a nice cool tone transition shade. And then this is another matte shade right here that's a little bit darker than the transition shade, but would look absolutely amazing in the crease. So as I said, I love cool tones for the fall, so this palette is absolutely amazing for that. The color pigment is absolutely amazing. I'll do a little swatch for you so you can see. So that's one of the lighter champagne shades, and the pigment is just so good in this palette. I love it so much. Amazing. Okay, so the next two palettes that I have, oh my god, I have that all over my hand now. Okay. The next two palettes that I have for you are from Anastasia Beverly Hills. If you guys have been on my channel for a little while, then you guys know how much I love these palettes so much. The first one is Modern Renaissance, which looks like this, and then it has a nice felt packaging. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love their packaging. I think it's really classic and chic. So on the inside, you have a nice little mirror right here. And then kind of similar to the other palette, you would have a eyeshadow brush, which actually looks like this. I just pulled out from a new Anastasia palette that I just bought. But this is what the palette looks like. Again, it has mostly shimmer. Actually, no, this one has mostly mattes, and then it has, I think, two light shimmer shades. So some of them have a little tiny reflect in it, but it's mostly matte. I love this palette so much, especially for these cranberry colors right here. I think they look absolutely amazing on brown eyes. I just feel like they make them pop so much because it has that kind of purpley undertone to it. But I love this palette so much that it's probably my most loved palette of all time that I have in my collection right now. I love these shades over here. So we have Raw Sienna and then Burnt Orange and also Golden Ochre. I love those 3 shades together for an everyday makeup look. And then again, over here, we have the darker shades that kind of go more into the neutral and cool tones, but I think it's so beautiful for the fall time. And then these 2 shimmer shades right here are absolutely gorgeous all over the lid. I love this palette so much. If you guys are going to buy any high-end palette that I'm talking about today, get this one. You guys will not be disappointed, and the colors are so unique, which is absolutely amazing. The next palette is the Anastasia Self-Made palette, and I love this one so much because it has a wide range of colors. This isn't going to be necessarily your everyday palette, but it is going to be your palette that you dig into whenever you're looking for something that has a little bit of a different color. So as you can see, it has some really awesome purples in it. So this really like royal blue purple shade. This teal is absolutely gorgeous all over the lid with like a little bit of a pop either all over the lid or just right in the center if you were going for a smoky eye for the fall time. I just think it's such a fun look to do in the fall and winter months. And I just love this palette so much. Like, it's mostly shimmer. Actually, I don't think they have a single true matte shade in here except for chocolate. But it's just absolutely gorgeous. Again, it's like if you have a ton of neutral or warm tone or cool tone shades that are just all matte or like kind of your basic shades, then I definitely recommend this palette to you just because you get such a wide range of colors that are very unique and absolutely gorgeous. Again, the pigmentation is absolutely stunning. I'll show you that deep purple. Look at that. So beautiful. Like, literally one swipe, absolutely amazing. Moving on to a palette from probably one of my favorite high-end brands of all time. This is by Tarte. This is the Tartist Pro palette. It has this really gorgeous like matte black and then the shiny gold Tarte lettering, and then in the back it's all metallic gold. I love this palette so much, you guys. It has a giant mirror. So if you're traveling for the holidays, I definitely recommend this palette. For one, because it has a ton of matte shades. It has 16 matte shades and then 4 shimmer shades and this giant mirror. So if you take any palette with you, if you were traveling, I definitely recommend this one because it has a giant mirror to help you get ready. So I'm gonna try not to blind you. This like palette is super shimmery, but over here we have all of the mattes, and it ranges from, I would say, brow bone highlights, transition shades, crease shades, all the way to your smoky eye shades. And then over here we have some of the most gorgeous shimmer shades I have ever seen in my entire life. Look at this blue right here. Look at that blue. I am obsessed with this color right here. This purple is absolutely amazing as well. It's just so beautiful. I love this palette so much. The thing that I love most about it is that it has warm tones up here, and then it has kind of like your light plums and then a little bit of your cranberries and then more of your kind of like neutral browns down here. So it literally has everything that you could ever want in a palette. It's just absolutely amazing. The pigment payoff is so beautiful, and I know a lot of times with the Tarte palettes, it can be either a hit or a miss, specifically with the eyeshadows. Their blushes, their highlights are absolutely gorgeous, but sometimes with their eyeshadows, they can tend to be a little bit chalky. But for this palette, they really did it right. I love this thing so much. It's buttery, it's creamy, it's blendable. They go so well together, and you literally have every single shade that you could ever want for the fall time. So I highly recommend this, especially if you're going to be traveling for the holidays. Okay, so I have 2 more fall eyeshadow palettes for you guys, and for both of these, I would definitely recommend getting them together unless you like one type of eyeshadow or the other. But these are 2 of the NYX eyeshadow palettes. This one is the NYX Cosmic Metals, and then this one is the NYX Lid Lingerie. So I'm going to be going over this one first. But both of them are so amazing in terms of quality. So for the lid lingerie, we have these 6 amazingly gorgeous colors. This could be made into so many different eyeshadow looks. You have this really gorgeous brow bone highlight right here. You have a really nice kind of like peachy undertone transition shade, a nice lavender, a burnt orange, and then 2 gorgeous neutral brown shades. I mean, if you are looking for something that is really affordable, you're not going to be worried about it if you're traveling, because if it breaks, it's definitely replaceable. It's not like you spend like $50 or $60 on it. I definitely recommend this palette so much. I use this thing all the time for everyday look. Look at that pigment payoff. You guys, I'm telling you, this thing is serious. They are so good. Look at that. Pigment is out of this world, especially for like, I want to say this was $7 for 6 amazing eyeshadows. And again, you can literally do so many different looks with this. You could do a smoky eye, an everyday eye, like literally whatever you want. The world is your oyster with this eye palette. I love it so much. And again, the price point is right. Now, if you are to get that and you do like shimmer shades, this one is all matte, which is amazing because that's typically what you're going to be using most of the time with like your transition shades and all that. But if you're looking for a little bit of a pop, then I would definitely go with the Cosmic Metals with this as well. I don't know what I was trying to say. It like wouldn't come out of my mouth. But this is what this palette looks like right here. Again, we kind of have the same exact trend going on. So we have more of like the lighter champagne colors, a really nice kind of like purpley plum raspberry shade. We have a silver, a blue silver, and then a nice bronze. The pigment on these is insane. Look at my finger. It is so, well, if it would get in focus. Look at that. That is literally one swipe through. It is so amazing. I love this palette so much, you guys. I used to use it all the time. The reason why I haven't is just because I have so much makeup right now that I'm trying to get through a lot of the products that I haven't even touched yet. But I go to this palette all the time, especially for everyday look if I'm wanting just a little bit of a pop. And this champagne color right here, oh my God, I die. It is so freaking gorgeous. Let me just swatch it on the back of my hand so you guys can see the reflect. It is so pretty. Like, look at that. It just reflects the light so well. I love to use this color whenever I am feeling more tired and I kind of want my eyes to be bright and beautiful, just because it adds that really nice dimension to your lid. So yeah, that concludes this video. That's all the palettes that I have for you guys. I just wanted to give you my recommendations for fall palettes in case you guys are on the market to look for something for fall. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date on all of my latest videos. I will see you guys in my next one, and I hope you guys have a really, really great day. Bye.